I'm a lit kid beat. Jake Angel on the track.
Mic check, mic check. This beat goes kind of hard, huh? Jay, I really wish you could hear this beat I'm playing right now, because this is crazy.
I can't hear it.
I know. I wish you could. I love it. I've used this beat plenty of times, but now I'm just listening with nothing else. Kind of hits. All right, y'all, we made it. Jay, welcome. This is the third time we've done this live. We've done plenty of segments, but ladies and gentlemen, my handsome and brilliant co-star, Jalen Lindsay. Jay, how you feel, bro?
I'm feeling great, man. I'm feeling blessed. I'm feeling thankful to be here, and I'm here to talk about some music. The best thing to talk about
100%.
Starts controversy.
This is true. So if you guys remember, about 2-3 weeks ago, we came out with this video. We said today's the day, music awards. We listened to a lot of music, so we asked y'all to vote because, you know, we could have some biased opinions. And besides, we want more people to engage with us anyway. So we sent out this form. We asked for y'all votes. We got 12 different categories that we're going to be getting through tonight. But big shout out to everybody that came through and voted because you took time out of your day. You didn't have to do that. So I appreciate all those votes. This is the last content of the show for the year. And it's going to be live. You can't catch this on YouTube at Pay and Uncut. I'm sure we'll get some of these. Sure, I might trim this down into a video as well. But what you guys can expect, we're going to start off with performances awards. Those are going to be our first 3 awards. And we're going to end with our album awards. So stay tuned to the end for that. We're probably going to go for about an hour. Recap every winner. Keep it somewhat short, but we do have 12 to get through. So Jay, we're gonna start off with best rap performance. And I just want to make it clear to everybody watching that neither of us know the winners. We haven't looked at these, so kind of in the dark here. All right, best rap performance. What was that?
No, go.
Best rap performance. The nominees were Dave East, Freddie Gibbs, Baby Keem, Vince Staples, and Polo G. And the winner with 39% of the votes is Polo G with Bloody Canvas.
Alright.
I like that. No, I like that though, because Polo's a
It's
more
not.
melodic type of guy. And when he comes with the,
Mm-hmm.
it's always the outro of his album too, is it not?
Mm-hmm.
But
No, it's intro and outro. You know,
yeah,
he's always he's been putting out good work consistently since he's since he's blowing up. But other than that, I didn't. I listened to the last album. I listened to it thoroughly though, but it was definitely a good piece of work.
out of all the songs that are gonna impress you, the outro of Bloody Canvas is definitely number one.
Yeah.
Listen, Polo has always been, I don't want to say a trend, but like his music has always been trendy. He's always been popular. But songs like this is what really shows the potential that he has as a lyricist and as a storyteller.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
honestly, it seems as though y'all agree because y'all gave him best rap performance. When most of his songs would fit into the next category we're about to get into, best melodic rap performance. But I can't be mad at Polo G winning that.
Hey, that's out to Polo G.
Yeah,
man.
100%. That's
Straight,
that's
100%.
really one of my favorite songs on the album. I'm not gonna lie. So, shout out to Polo G. Good choices, everybody. Good choices. 39%. It was well distributed though. Baby Keem was trailing at 26%. He was second with Family Ties, but Polo G 39%. So not the majority, but enough to bring home the win.
Yeah. Enough to bring home the win. That is all that matters. Shout out to Polo G, man.
Facts. Y'all say
Hopefully-
y'all say Piano G one more time. I swear to God, there's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
They
Who
call
said PNG?
they call him Piano G because he uses piano beats too much. So that's the social media. That's the social media mock of him.
Wow, that's actually so mean.
He named a song on his deluxe Piano G
Oh.
just to troll.
That's how you know you don't care. You know you put out good music.
Yeah,
You do
and
stuff
bro,
like
that's
that.
how you know people just like to troll because like we said, Bloody Canvas is definitely not anything that people will mock him for because this is a
Yeah.
hard hitting song.
Hard hitting song.
All right, that was number one. We're gonna move forward into best melodic rap performance. I feel like this is kind of where rap music is trending towards nowadays. Nothing wrong with that, obviously, because I love most of the songs that I hear out of this subgenre. But our nominees are Don Toliver, Baby Keem, Isaiah Rashad, Lil TJ, and 6LACK, and Drizzy Drake. And the winner with 39% actually is Don Toliver with What You Need.
Oh, wow!
I'm actually surprised.
I'm surprised by that.
I am
truthfully.
surprised.
Because honestly, I feel like there's a lot of people that like him, and there's a lot of people that don't like him.
Yeah.
And it's like when I first started listening to him, I'm like, oh, I can, I vibe with this, because and he's also a part of Cactus Jack, so like that's why, at first, so I started vibing with him and stuff. But I'm actually really surprised by that. Who came in second?
Second place was TSU by Drake.
Okay, that's
I thought that was gonna win. I'm not gonna lie.
I thought he won too, but I'm saying, like, I'm surprised out of those, like Don Toliver. I mean, but salute to him, man. Like, he's been putting out good music too. His albums have been great. He's been, I wouldn't say he's at his potential yet. I believe he has a lot more in his bag.
He's definitely getting closer and closer though.
He's
Because
getting
all of
closer
his
and
projects
closer
have
to it.
gotten better.
100%. Because his first album, oh my gosh, like, dude, I could live there and literally just bang that all day. And at first, when he first dropped his music, I didn't like it at first, but that's just how it is for me always. I got to listen to it like 3-4 times.
Get a sense for their style. Yeah,
get a sense of the style, because everybody has their own different way of performing their own music and writing what they're writing. But wow, that's actually, I'm really surprised by that. Usually people see Drake.
Nah, I mean, the thing with Don Toliver is I feel like there was a lot of mixed reviews about his album. Personally, I'm gonna spoil the best albums of the year video that I'm dropping, but he is up there, bro. Like, I consider that to be one of the best albums that came out this year. But I've seen people like super disappointed with the album. Like, it was I would say polarizing because there was nobody saying it was trash, but I've definitely heard people like, I wish he came with a little bit more. So I was genuinely surprised to see Don Toliver as the winner. I mean, lead single off the album, What You Need, actually might have been the second single. I think Drugs and Hella Melodies is actually the first single. But nonetheless, it was a single off of Life of a Don, and probably one of the best songs on that album. And shout out to Don Toliver, getting some love for him in there. I like that.
That's dope. That's dope.
Hey, he's gonna
I'm
be
happy.
huge. He's gonna be
Yeah,
huge.
we needed that because I was really being biased about this. I was thinking a lot of people are just gonna be straightforward because the favorite artists and stuff.
Oh
like
yeah.
that caught me off guard early, and let's get it going. Let's go.
All right, we're moving to best R&B performance, and nominees were Lucky Day with Over, Silk Sonic Smoking Out the Window, Summer Walker Throw It Away, The Weeknd Take My Breath, and then Brent Faiyaz and Drake with Wasting Time. And the overwhelming winner is Silk Sonic with Smoking Out the Window. I can't say I'm surprised, but with 54% and nobody else cracking over 15%, they were mopping the floor. They were mopping the floor.
Smoking out the window. Yo,
Give it to
that's,
me.
dude, when I kept like before they even dropped it, they dropped before they even dropped that album, like I was just like I saw like a bunch of snippets and stuff all over like social media. So I'm like, yo, what is going on right now? What is this tune that I'm hearing right now? I seen a lot of crazy comments saying that it brings them back to like the 70s and stuff when everyone like Soul Train doing that stuff that we talk about. But like that they executed on that. I hope and I pray to God they continue to make music because that was just
incredible.
And like I can play that back religiously, like
I do all the time.
It won't get mad at it. I was at work the other day and everyone was like, yo, who is this? I'm like, yeah, it's that Bruno Mars.
I got two things to say about Silk Sonic. Number one, I waited to listen to the singles until the entire album came out. I didn't listen to Leave the Door Open when it originally came out in like March, and I didn't listen to Smoking Out the Window until it came out with the album. And just hearing it for the first time as a cohesive project was incredible.
Front to back,
I don't know how I held off for so long, but I mean I did hear like little bits and pieces, just scrolling through TikTok. I'll see part of the music video, but I was able to hold off on listening to the singles until the full album came out. I do not regret that decision because hearing it for the first time in the general flow of the entire album was amazing.
It's amazing. Yeah, and they executed it very, very well executed.
And the second thing I want to say about this group and this album is that Anderson .Paak has been one of the best R&B artists in the world for a couple years now. I'd say since 2016. And a lot of people knew he was on that 2016 freshman class with Uzi, Denzel Curry, guys like that. And they kind of forget about him. But this album really puts him up there in the mainstream. And he deserves that because he's been putting out incredible work for 5-6 years now.
Very underrated artist. But that album... The album along on Broadway.
We're going to be playing that for a while. And you might hear a little bit more of that album because they're up for another award later on. So if this one was as wide of a margin as it is, who knows what we're going to see later. But we're going to move on.
Sweeping all their
maybe. We hope we pulled y'all in with the best performances because I know not a lot of people, based on the numbers of votes, not a lot of people cared about best producer, but we're gonna talk about them all equally. Nominees were Static Selecta, Kenny Beats, Metro Boomin, Alchemist, and PR Bourne, and it was really a two-man race. And the winner was Alchemist with 43% rounded up, 43% from the Alchemist, and Metro not far behind with 38%. So they made up pretty much all of the votes here.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
Other people don't really know.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised people knew who the Alchemist was. Like he is pretty underground with his. So I'm genuinely surprised, but I would have to agree. And I'm glad people are showing the Alchemist love. I'm not gonna try to take away from him winning the award. I do want to say we probably should have put Harry Fraud on here because he did a lot of good work this year.
Ooh,
I'm not saying he would have won over the Alchemist. I'm not saying he was better than the Alchemist this year, but definitely deserved a spot. So on behalf of Jalen and myself, we apologize because looking back in hindsight, he definitely should have been on there.
Yeah, he dropped two of my. He was featured on two of my favorite projects. It was one of Jim Jones and Dave East, so obviously Hoffa. But
Hey, don't forget Plugs 2 by Benny either. So that's 3 quality
oh yeah,
projects.
that is plugs. Benny the Butcher.
But we gotta come back to Alchemist. Alchemist had 2 of his own mixtapes this year. This Thing of Ours and Haram. And then he worked with Boldy James, who is literally Scotty and MJ. Like, Boldy James and the Alchemist are undefeated. They worked together a couple times last year, and then this year they released Bo Jackson. I'm not even gonna spoil more of the best albums list because I could, but they just came out with Super Tecmo Bowl as well. Wasn't as good as Bo Jackson, but
I don't think I
I
heard that
I
actually.
played it right after I played the Roddy Ricch album, so it sounded incredible because anything sounds better than that bullshit. But
Hey,
that's
don't get us started on that, bro.
no,
That's
no, no,
like
no, no,
and
no.
we were this close. We sat here for like 30 minutes trying to figure. Yo, should we feature it? Should we feature Roddy's album in it? Should we feature?
Yeah,
Oh, no,
we
no,
were
no,
like,
no.
it's gonna be
Yeah.
so good. We gonna have it
It's
up
gonna
there
be good. It's
next
gonna be
year.
good.
Oh
And I
man.
listened to it. I'm like,
Oh man.
this is not Roddy Rich. This is a mainstream artist that's putting out bullshit. That's what
Yeah.
it is. And yeah, just
Well, it's funny. It's funny that you say that because we moved to our next category of best collaboration, and our nominees were Joyner Lucas and Lil Baby with Ramen and OJ, which was totally surprising. I did not expect that to sound as good as it did. Isaiah Rashad and Smino with Claymore, Lil TJ, Polo G, and Fabio with Headshot, Don Toliver, Baby Keem with Outer Space, and 42 Doug and that man Roddy Rich with For the Gang. And 42 Doug and Roddy Rich are going to take the win at
bro, that's
30%
on the
of For the
banger, bro.
Gang.
That's the Roddy Rich I was looking for.
Exactly.
On Living Life
Exactly.
Fast.
Exactly.
That's the Roddy Rich I was looking for.
This was very closely contested. 30.4% voted For the Gang, about 22% Headshot, 17 and 17 for Joyner and Baby, as well as Isaiah and Smino, and 13% for Don Toliver and Baby Keem. So pretty close, but
That's,
Roddy and
that
42
was
pulled
by
away.
margin. Yeah, that was by margin.
If
Yeah.
if I remember correctly, this came out like start of April, end of March, and there was a good album that came out the same night, and this was a single, so I never got around to listening to it until I was in the car, and then I heard it for the first time. I'm like, yo,
This
this
song, yeah, I was in the
song
car too.
bang.
I was like this. You know
This
how that goes every
bang.
Friday. Every Friday the music comes out. So I got in the
Yeah.
car, I'm like, all right, I'm rushing to work. I'm like, hold up. Oh, we got new Roddy Rich. Oh, I was like, I heard a beat. I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Actually,
Okay.
as a matter of
And I
fact,
was
I
like,
want to make sure this is correct, so I'm gonna check my phone real quick. But For the Gang is my second most listened to song of the year. Actually, I just checked
wow,
my
look at that
replay.
right there.
So listen, bro, and this came out mad early, and I'm still
Mhm.
because like you know how it goes,
Yeah.
new albums tend to overtake
Mhm.
the older songs, but this came
Yeah.
out in April, and it's still two.
Up top.
It's been
Up there.
it's been up there all year, really. Like this has been, but that's like 42 really surprised me with that, honestly, because he had good features with Baby, and that's where most
Mhm.
people heard about him. But he came out with this. I'm like, yo, this is legit. Like, this is his song.
Mhm.
Like, this ain't Baby's song.
Yeah,
Like, this is his song.
Yeah, this is feature
Yeah.
Roddy
Yeah.
Rich.
And not often are you gonna get a feature that quality and still not be washed by the feature. Like 42 did just as good as Roddy, and
Yup.
that's pretty much why it
Mhm.
wins best collaboration, because the two of them together both meshed so well to make a hit.
Absolutely, yeah. Because I know, because what was the song that 42 was on? Oh, Get Paid.
Yeah.
Like, his verse is good in that, but like, you got Baby.
Yeah.
Like, Baby bodied that song. Like, everybody who listened to that song is listening to Baby's part.
Yeah, Baby, that's the 2020 MVP right there. You talk when
Yeah,
you
that's
talk Baby, you talking 2020 MVP.
He was pulling out them MJ numbers, bro.
Yeah, he really was.
But yeah, nah, that was a clear indication of who was winning that. Honestly, if anybody like, if you really like that hype, trap rap, that was the one right there.
And Don Toliver not gonna come out with the sweep. We thought it was possible. He was up for a few. He won the first one we gave out, but he's not coming out with a sweep. TJ Polo and Fabio with Headshot coming in second. I thought that was another really good.
That was a good song. I think that was that TJ's on TJ's album.
That was, yeah.
Yeah, I think that was like the only song I liked
I
on the
think.
album.
All right, that's. I'm not gonna disagree, but anyway. Listen, the thing about that song that we've just been singing the praises of for the gang is that they all came in verse and out. There was no hook. There was no overshadowing of anybody. It's just
Mhm.
Polo comes on with a verse, Fabio comes on with a verse, and then TJ closes with a verse. So I could definitely
Yeah.
see why people would vote for that. But in terms of cohesion and I think it's the best song. I agree with the For the Gang winner. I really do.
For the gang. Gang.
I'm going back. I'm listening to that the second we end this stream.
Oh,
That
I'm
shit's
not going
so
to.
good.
I'm gonna wait till the movie theaters. I'm gonna do
Yeah,
it.
there you go. All right, we're gonna move on. Hit the halfway mark. Best intro options are "Hate on Me," Meek Mill, "Champagne Poetry," Drake, 95 South, J. Cole, "Are You With That," Vince Staples, and "Bad Morning" by NBA YoungBoy. And
Damn.
it was a two-person
Damn.
race once again, and the winner with 37.5% goes to Meek Mill with "Hate on Me."
That album is so slept on,
It
bro.
really
That album
is.
so
It
slept
really
on, bro.
is.
This
Meek,
is expensive pain.
I do want to say the other song in the race was 95 South, and you're really not gonna find two artists that do the intro better than J. Cole and
Yeah,
Meek Mill. But
and absolutely, I
it
agree.
was, yeah.
But
I mean,
that lineup is
Meek
actually
Mill is
pretty
the
hard though.
king.
Champagne Poetry.
This is yeah,
Honestly, that could have. If I honestly thought that was gonna win, truthfully at
yeah.
first, because that was like that intro. Like a lot of people was like, "This album's trash. The only song I like on this album is Champagne Poetry."
Yeah.
And then you listen to it a few times, you're like, "Oh, this is
Now,
Drake."
Champagne Poetry was solid, but
Yeah,
I mean, the "Hate Me Now," the sample. Oh my god! Like I
he
feel like
just never misses, bro.
nah.
He never misses. It's
Intros
like
is Meek Mill owns intros. Like there's nobody
intro.
doing
It is.
intros better than him.
He bodied that, and it's just like the fact that he can do it on that type of beat, and it's just like, and my other favorite rapper's favorite
Yeah,
song.
exactly.
So it's just like it's a perfect mashup for me.
Yeah.
And I voted that. I clicked the button like 4 times. And I was like, Big man, big man.
All right, just a quick disclaimer for everybody watching. You couldn't actually do that. That really doesn't do anything. You can only vote one time. He is lying to your face right now. You could not vote multiple times. But yeah, so 37.5% for Meek, 33% for Cole. And then everything else, we had 8.3 for NBA YoungBoy, 8.3 for Drake, and then 12.5 for Vince. I'm gonna be honest. This was the one category we had NBA YoungBoy in. I thought his stands were just gonna come through and just wipe and just take over, because you know how them YoungBoy fans are, bro. But
They started chewing on shit.
I give him credit though, because that was what obviously it's one of the best intros of the year. That's why we have it here. But a pretty solid album. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I listened to probably like about four or five songs. It was like in the midst. I was in the midst of doing something. Like I never call myself going back around it. I like Young Boy. There's sometimes where I'm like, it's like I'm so like his music sounds the same to me in my.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I don't know.
If y'all are one of those people, Bad Morning off of Sincerely Kentrell, probably the best song on the album. So if you haven't checked it out, that's the one I would recommend. That's why we got it here for best intro. But like I said, Meek Mill with 37.5%, close race, but the intro king is taking it.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Yo, don't sleep on Vince Staples though. If you guys haven't listened to that album, bro, please go listen to it.
We're gonna get there.
Please.
We're gonna get there. As we get towards the end and we talk about the albums, we will we'll break them all down. But we're gonna move forward to best feature. Options were Roddy Ricch on Pure Souls by Kanye West, Lil Baby on Wants and Needs by Drake, Danny Brown on Buzzcut by Brockhampton, NBA YoungBoy on What's Your Name by Tyler the Creator, and Fabio Foreign on Off the Grid by Kanye West. And for the second time, we have a big winner, and that's Lil Baby Wants and Needs by Drake with 61%.
Damn.
Just a wipe.
Flat out ass whooping.
Literally, absolutely just smacked them.
Hey, but I mean, that was also like that's probably the second most played. That's probably the number one played song on the album, considering it's Drake and Baby.
Yeah.
And it's just like that song is actually really good. The flow.
Well, no, this was actually in the Scary Hours EP little mixtape, the 3-pack, not the actual.
Oh, the 3-pack.
Yeah.
What's on I'm thinking of the other one.
Yeah, you don't want to think about the other one. You don't want to think about the one on CLV. I think we should just brush past that.
Wow. But
Say that
I know
you're
a
a
song
lesbian, girl. Me too.
You're funny. Girls, one from. Why did I think that was that song?
We gotta stop, bro.
So many Baby and Drake songs. No, it's just so Baby's just featured in everything, bro. Every time I see his name, I'm just like, come on, bro. Like you just taking everybody's shine, though.
Yeah.
But 61% flat out waste. Who came in second though?
Second place was a tie between Fabio on Off the Grid and Youngboy on What's Your Name at 13%.
I'm surprised that young boy with the Tyler Creator. I don't know. A lot of people don't listen to Tyler Creator like that. He's another slept on. That's a good.
Yeah.
That's also another. When I first saw that drop, I was like, Tyler Creator and NBA YoungBoy.
Yeah,
right?
I was like, hell no. Now I heard it, I was like, whoa. I actually got a first listen reaction to that on the YouTube channel where I was you can see what I said. I was like, hold on. Since when? You know what I'm saying? Since when? No, that listen, I can't argue with Lil Baby with wants and needs, but
No,
it does hurt a little bit to see these other great features not even cracking 15% of the votes.
What's that one? The one with Off the Grid?
Oh man.
That's
He
my
just
shit right there.
I was watching an interview with Fabio and he was like, I did my bars and then Kanye heard it and he said, keep going. So I did. So I did 8 more bars and Kanye said, keep going. And I did 8 more and Kanye was like, keep going. And bro, you listen to that, you could tell like he was in the studio. He just kept going.
He just fired. He had the booth. He had Kanye going like this.
Literally. And he got Kanye on a drill beat too, which is if that was on your 2021 bingo card, congratulations, because ain't nobody saw that shit coming. Ain't nobody saw that coming. That was ridiculous. That's a lot of people's song of the year, honestly, which we're actually going to get to best song next. That's a beautiful segue by me, I must say.
Look at that. You are the professional here.
All right, we're moving to best song. And listen, we didn't want to duplicate, so we did not put Off the Grid in best song because I think Fabio's feature was enough to put it in that category. So best song, the nominees are the bonus song off of Faces by Mac Miller, What It Feels Like, Jay-Z and Nipsey Hussle, Hunger on Hillside, J. Cole and Boss, Headshots by Isaiah Rashad, and Last Man Standing by Polo G. And from what we've seen so far, this is the closest race, and the winner is actually Nipsey Hussle and Jay-Z with What It Feels Like.
And this is what it feels like.
25% of the votes is the winner. That shows you how contested this was.
Yeah, that means that was spread out.
It was really spread out. It was a second place tie between Mac Miller and J. Cole. And Hunger on Hillside. And then a tie again at 16.7% between Polo G and Isaiah Rashad. So we had 25% with the winner, 20.8 and 20.8 for Mac and J. Cole, and then 16.7 for Isaiah and Polo G. One thing of note is that the Polo G song and the Nipsey Jay-Z song were on the same soundtrack album, which is ridiculous if you ask me, because they had some amazing songs on that album.
They got Herbo now. There was a bunch of people on the album. It was almost 15 songs, almost 10 to 15 songs. It was like that.
It might have been even more than that. I know Nas. I had EPMD on there. I know Lil Durk. I know Herbo. There was a lot of stars on that album, but I definitely think the first time I heard this Jay-Z and Nip track, I could tell you that this was going to be a contender for Song of the Year.
You know me. Today's actually the Nipsey's anniversary of dropping the Marathon mixtape. 11 years, man. Shout out to Nip Hussle the Great. But Tell Me What It Feels Like. That was like, when that song dropped, it was like, it was perfect. It was clean cut, perfect. It's Jay-Z. You got Nip Hussle the Great. I'm really, really surprised that that song won Song of the Year, honestly. Shouts out to everybody who voted for that. Appreciate y'all. Mad love. TMC, you know the vibes. Rock Nation.
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I gave my vote to Mac on this one, but there's it's just so hard. Like there's no clear favorite here. I mean, I can't. There's none of these songs I could be like, nah, that shouldn't have won. Like these are all incredible songs, and Bro, I just can't believe that in 2021 we got Jay-Z and Nipsey Hussle on a song
Yeah.
together.
And that, and the
I don't know
fashion
when
that
this
we
was
did it.
made, but that's incredible if you think about it.
Yeah. I know, honestly, that song, it's probably been made for a while. This album, 2021, it's 22 songs in here, by the way. I
Really?
didn't even realize
Wow.
that's a lot of songs. And look, you got Rakim, Judas, you got A$AP Rocky, Sir, G Herbo, Dom Kennedy, Polo G, Pooh Shiesty, Nardo, G Herbo again, White Dave, Little Dirk, BJ Chicago. It was just Hit Boy, Black Thought, Nas, Her, Chim and Fred. It was just that was a good album, and that
So
I think. And the thing is, that is the favorite song on that album too. Is what it's felt like, and the one with Little Dirk, and then Pooh Shiesty, and then Last Man Standing. So
yeah.
that was. I'm really surprised by that. It makes me happy. That just makes my night. You know, we can end it here.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I know you want to go see Spider-Man.
That also that faces that yeah, that was I
Yeah.
love that. That was a good song too. I love the album.
Listen,
That was
I actually, don't cancel me for this, but I actually never heard Faces. So when it came out on streaming, it was the first time I actually gave it a full listen. I've heard a couple songs here and there, but I'd never listened all the way through. And
yeah.
man, that's an incredible mixtape. And just to add that at the end, because we know we're not going to hear much, if any, new music out of Mac Miller's camp. I feel like Circles was pretty much the end of it. So just to get that was amazing. So
The best part about it is that's a bonus song on that album.
yeah, because they didn't want to release a single. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, that was actually a really good album. Yeah, I didn't even realize that. 2014.
Yeah, came out mad long ago. Well, yeah, it came out this year, but the Faces mixtape actually came out in 2014.
Oh, I was about to say.
Yeah, the bonus track just came out with it. Like they released it with it. It was kind of like when Nicki Minaj did dropped her mixtape this year, but she added like Seeing Green and a couple other songs.
Oh,
It's just
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
It's just like
yeah,
that.
That was the 3 songs. Yeah. Okay.
All right,
Makes
so
sense.
we're gonna move on. We're gonna find best artist. As we said earlier, we didn't have a show like this last year, but I think it's unanimous that Lil Baby would have won this last year, and he's back up for nomination. We got Lil Baby, Kanye West, Tyler the Creator, J. Cole, and Drake, and the winner, Jermaine Cole.
Yes,
With
sir.
37.5%, J. Cole is the winner. Lil Baby coming in second at 29.2%. Also receiving votes, we got Drake and Tyler tied at 12.5%, and Kanye at 8.3%.
Yo, first of all, the fact that Drake isn't really doing good in these categories is blowing my mind. I'm loving this right now because you know why? That means people are actually listening to
the music. Exactly.
Listening to the music, and they're not just saying, "Oh, it's Drake, it's Drake, it's Drake." That is. But I mean, Jermaine Cole, come on, Jermaine Cole,
on, bro.
Cole.
Come on.
We talking about 2014 Forest Hill Drive.
I
Still
think
probably the best album ever dropped.
Yeah, I think it's crazy though that Baby didn't even release his own solo project this year, and he's like not only in the conversation, but he's receiving a lot of votes. Good enough for second place over Tyler the Creator, who dropped a good album, Drake, who dropped a good album, Kanye, who dropped a good album, and this dude Baby didn't even release a solo project. Like that's crazy how like the role he's been on is incredible over the last 2-3 years.
But the thing is, he's just like the reason why is because people are probably like, even though he's not dropping his own solo projects, it feels like he's dropping his own solo projects when he drops something with somebody.
I mean, My Turn is still selling more than most albums that came out this year.
People are still probably listening to My Turn and thinking it's album of this year.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's like, there's no doubt about it. I give him his flowers. He's been consistently killing the game. Everybody's talking about he's gonna be on that Lil Wayne run where he's just printing music, and that's what he's been doing. He's been printing music, even though it hasn't been his own projects. Yeah, he's still been putting out.
I mean, the features he's put out this year are ridiculous in itself.
He's like everybody with their own song.
If you took just his feature and you put that on an album, that's top album of this year. All the features from this year. He's got Hurricane. He's got Hurricane. He's got Wants and Needs. He's got multiple on Drake's. He's got one with J. Cole. He's got one on Roddy's album. Like, and these are just like the top commercial projects. I'm not even talking about dudes that are under the radar that he's doing features with. But that's It's ridiculous what Lil Baby's done. And honestly, it's time though. I know my turn's selling a lot, but baby, drop Lamborghini Boys, please. Like it's time.
Oh yeah, I know. They keep put that. I remember when he was gassing that up. He was gassing it up. He was lighting it on fire. Like, yo, Lamborghini Boys, Lamborghini.
I think this
Promoting
is
it. On music. He was pulling up in the Lambos. I'm like, yo, is he about to do it? He about to do it?
I think this is good though because he sees like the reception that my turn got, and he's really moving to like, okay, I have to make sure this is the best work I could possibly put out because after you have your biggest commercial success album, you have to come out with something incredible. You saw it with J. Cole, who was our winner of this category. You saw J. Cole after Forest Hills Drive. He went conceptual with For Your Eyes Only, and I think that's his second or first best album. You see guys like Denzel Curry after they release on like Taboo come out with Zoo, which is like a shorter project, but it's something that hammers home the fact that like you're here now. Like this is what you do. This guy's at the top of the game. And then you got guys like Roddy Ricch. Never mind. Yeah, we'll brush past that. Never mind.
Shout out to Jermaine Cole, man. Even though he should have dropped what is it called? I'm having a brain fart.
Fall Off?
What is it? Heaven's EP? That should have been on the album.
What song should have been on the album?
Heaven's EP.
Oh yeah, I know. No, honestly, I have a theory, and I don't know if J. Cole's gonna win anything else, so I feel like I'm gonna let it come out now. I have this theory that J. Cole did get his features on this with Moray, 21, Boss, Black, and Baby, right? But this whole era that we're in right now, J. Cole, the fall off era, starts with the off season, ends with the fall off, right? That's his final album. I think he is loading up legendary features for the fall off. And that's why we get no disrespect to Baby and 21, but they are on everything. You know what I'm saying? And while they still came out with great verses, it's not as special to hear a guy like 21 or Baby. But I think when we get the fall off, we're gonna hear Drake, we're gonna hear Kendrick Lamar, we're gonna hear Jay-Z. Like we are gonna hear legends in hip hop.
Please.
Hey y'all, I want this clip too. I want this clip because y'all are gonna come back to this and be like, how did he know? Trust.
How did he know?
Kendrick, Drake, Hove, like Nas, maybe he's gonna have legends on his album.
Nah, he's gonna have some legends on that. He's gonna have some legends.
It doesn't have to be, quote unquote legends, like just big name features.
Yeah.
And a lot of them. I'd love to see a song with like Anderson .Paak, Wale, but that's my theory, and I had to say it now because I don't know if he's gonna be winning these next two categories we have him in. But
you guys know Penn has the crystal ball.
Hey, bro, listen, y'all call me a madman, and I don't want to talk about it too much, but I told y'all the Ravens were missing the playoffs, and look who's out of the race right now.
Yo,
hey,
I saw him.
They in 8th place right now. So
you know what I'm saying? Durant, bro. Durant.
All right, we're moving forward to best rap album. We got 3 categories left, and they're all best albums: best rap album, best R&B album, and then album of the year. So best rap album, the nominees are Call Me If You Get Lost, Tyler the Creator, The House is Burning, Isaiah Rashad, Life of a Don, Don Toliver, The Off Season by J. Cole, and self-titled Vince Staples. I was wrong, Jay. J. Cole will be winning again. The Off Season with 50% of all the votes is the best rap album winner.
Bodied it. I mean, it was clear cut, clean. The album, there's not a bad song on that album front to back. I played over again. I probably played Punching the Clock is one of my alarm clock.
Really?
I usually wake up to that song, bro. Hearing Damian Lillard, like when I first heard it, I'm like, he put that. I was like, no way he put that in this. No way. And then the features too, like it's just simple, clean cut features, like 21, Bass, Lil Baby. It's just great album front to back. I love that album. That I need to actually really listen to it. I haven't listened to it in a while, but that was
I will say when it comes down to the 5 that we had here, I think Cole and Vince are the only 2 that really embody no skips.
Mm-hmm.
Vince with 10 tracks and 2 skits. Skits, right? I would call them skits on Vince's album.
Yeah, it was like probably a minute. 20.
Yeah, but it's really an 8-song album, and they were all perfect. You get J. Cole with a 12-song album. It's a lot easier to make a no skip album when you have less than 15 songs. I think 12 songs is the perfect length for an album, and that's really where J. Cole's settled in, and I could see why he's winning this. But you look back at Forest Hills Drive, which is around 13. You look at For Your Eyes, which is like 8 to 10. I believe it's 10. You look at KOD's 12, and now we're at 12 again. So I'm not surprised by that, because the longer your project goes, the more chance you have to make a song that's not exactly in full cohesion, or a song that's not as good. Because I believe if you take albums like CLB or Donda, which a lot of people consider the best albums this year, you take out 5 or 6 of the songs, then I'll agree with you. But there's so much that we don't need. You know what I'm saying?
I literally like listened to like 15. I'm like, all right, dude, come on, this thing is so good. I don't want to continue listening.
And you
on
just keep going. You keep going. There's more and more and more. I will say though, I'm not gonna call these my top 5 favorite albums, because I haven't really returned to the Tyler album as much as I thought I would. But high quality album again, one of the best artists out. Isaiah Rashad is someone I haven't really listened to beforehand. Like, I've heard a couple songs here and there. This is the first full album I've heard of Isaiah Rashad. But like I said, it's a couple more songs than J. Cole's album, and a couple songs that I just don't rock with. But there is, if you get 10 out of 16, that's great. But if you go 12 for 12, that's better.
That's better. It's 100%.
Exactly.
100%. So it's like, come on, you don't miss. And as for Vince too, I give him his nomination. I give him his flowers for that too. But honestly, he's right there with Cole. That album, that Vince self-titled album was amazing. That, like you said, 8 songs. Yep. 8 perfect songs, basically. Like,
and he found it, and I think he found a permanent dance partner with Kenny Beats too, because the production on that album was incredible. So, listen, Vince has another album rumored to be coming soon. Ramona Park Broke My Heart, and hopefully we get a little bit more than 8 songs, but because I'm still starving for more Vince. Like, after hearing that, I'm like, man, I need a couple more. I need like 12 to 14 here. Like, I need a little bit more out of you. But
go.
Listen, man. Call Me If You Get Lost, 8.3%. Self-titled by Vince with 8.3%. The House Is Burning with 12.5%. Life of a Don with 20.8%, and then J. Cole with 50%. So majority of the votes went to J. Cole and J. Cole only. So Life of a Don, seems like a lot of people are giving Don Toliver the love he deserves, and I'm happy for that. But it's impossible to go against J. Cole on this. Like, 50% is clear. It's not close, but
it's by a large margin.
Yeah.
It may not look like it with a lot of numbers, but from the fans, it clearly shows J. Cole was the album of the year.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh man, damn, I'm actually surprised Don Toliver came in second too, because like I said, I still like feel people are still on the edge in the boat with him, because I'm still on the edge in the boat. Sometimes I listen to it, I'm like, and then I listen to it, I'm like, yeah.
Listen, well, when Don released Heaven or Hell last year, that was an album where I first heard it and I was like, man, I didn't need half of these songs. Like, this is whatever. And then the more I kept going back to it, I start to feel it a little bit more. But I'll say about this album, when I first heard it, I was like, man, this is crazy. Like, he took himself to another level with this one. This is like, I think I said this to you. It might have been on here actually, where I was like, this is like his rodeo. Like, Travis is his mentor. I'm not saying it's on the same level as Rodeo in terms of the quality. I'm just in terms of his career, he took a crazy step up with this album.
Yeah. So he took a major leap. He took a major leap in his growth as an artist. That is not. He, like I said, he's growing. If he can apply that pressure, but they all apply that pressure over there at Cactus Jack. They can't. How could you not? You have to artists today, because we can blow up and you'd be gone the next year, just like that, within a heartbeat. People, because there's so many new artists on the rise every single day. There's so many people coming out like this. I didn't see so many people blow up with one song, having again.
Yeah, exactly.
Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
In 5 years, you gonna be on Love and Hip Hop. Hey, it only took 3, but anyway. Don Toliver's album, I think, has the best production here. Like, he's just got that melodic, like, psychedelic, like, production, just like Travis Scott does, but I think his voice rides these so perfectly. You got incredible
it's meant for
instrumentals.
that type of style, you know, that
Exactly.
flow.
But if you haven't heard Life of a Don, I think the intro will hook you just enough. But we already said what you need as a winner. Swinging on Westheimer is one of my favorite songs of the year. You got Baby Keem featured. You got Travis Scott featured twice. So definitely worth checking out. Came in second place for Best Rap Album. Again, the off season with the win. But we're going to move on to our second to last, which is Best R&B Album. We already have Best R&B Performance, went to Smoking Out the Window by Silk Sonic, and they are nominated here as well. An Evening with Silk Sonic, Bruno Mars, and Anderson .Paak, Still Over It, Summer Walker, Hotels, Jasmine Sullivan, Back of My Mind, Her, and Table for Two, Lucky Day, and Jalen. Let's paint a picture for you real quick. Let's say you're having a pie, right? Just a nice pie.
I'm
right?
closing my eyes. I got a pie.
And then what I want you to do is I want you to just take a little slice for yourself. Right? Just a little slice. And then I want you to take a ever so slightly bigger slice for your homie, right? So now you got 2 little slices taken out. And then you got this whole rest of the pie, right? That whole rest of the pie is the amount of people that voted for Silk Sonic. 79% voted for An Evening with Silk Sonic. 79% for Silk Sonic, the winner Best R&B Album. This looks ridiculous on my screen right now. Like, this is shout out to Back of My Mind, Her with 12%, and Still Over It, Summer Walker with 8.3%. But Silk Sonic just absolutely wiped for the second time. They had 54% for Best R&B Performance and 79% for Best R&B Album.
777.
That is ridiculous.
Look at them boys. Look at them boys. You think that's not the album of the year for R&B? Look at them boys.
Hey Jay, now tell me something, because we just had this conversation. How many songs on this project?
We got a good 9, and the first one is an intro, so technically we got 8.
And they're all hits.
Every single one.
Not
Back to back.
not even close to a miss.
Not even.
Listen, I don't know what y'all rating scale is when you rate albums, but if this isn't a 10, you're just wrong. That's really all it comes down to. Nah, Jay, DMCA, I'm gonna get copyright strike. Turn that shit off. Music? No music.
I was singing.
Who was playing? Anybody heard music? I didn't hear no music.
Yeah, man. I mean, a lot of people. R&B is still one of those things where people listen to. Like, I feel like only true music fans listen to R&B, like, you know, just on a casual basis. Because most people be like, oh, I gotta be in be in the mood to listen to R&B music, but like, nah. Because this album right here, it's R&B, but it's like an uplifting, you know, upbeat. You know, we lit right now.
That's happy vibes, bro. That's good vibes.
Happy vibes
straight
right
up.
Now. You know, and then you said it was Her, and then was it Summer Walker? You said
Her and Summer Walker were also receiving votes. Zero votes for Lucky Day and Jasmine Sullivan, which I hate to see that.
That does hurt my heart for Jasmine. I love, like, a couple years ago, I first found her music. I was in my feelings, so I'm saying. So it's like. Yeah.
Bro, listen. I will say about Lucky Day though, this was a shorter album without really standout performances, because if you think about it, Jay, Table for Two was just like 8 duets. It was just Lucky Day with a feature, just a classic duet. Next year, you will see Lucky Day's new album on our best R&B album list. It will be there. I promise you that. Candy Drip Lucky Day is coming for #1 next year. I don't know if it's gonna win by 79.2%, but it'll definitely be up there. It does hurt a little bit to not see Lucky Day or Jasmine Sullivan receiving votes, because this is the only category where somebody didn't receive a vote, not a single vote. Do want to show love to Summer Walker, because that's another incredible album. Unfortunately, Silk Sonic released, and you know, there's nothing you could do about that. You know, it's just the way it is. There's nothing you can do about that.
Bruno went from "I'll catch a grenade," bro, yeah, and then he goes, "This
Listen, I think what happened was he caught the grenade and he's pissed off because he didn't want to catch it, but he did, and now he's pissed off. That's my thing.
Yeah,
I don't know.
he dropped some shit. They dropped some shit,
Oh,
man.
dude. I think.
Shouts out to them, man. They really did body that. I continue to put out
Yeah.
more music so they can be back on that, album, R&B album of the year. But hopefully they won't body somebody like they did this year, because that's crazy. 70%, dog. Like,
Shout out to
without giving two other artists any votes.
Oh man,
like,
that's
crucial,
painful.
bro.
That's painful. Hey, shout out to Fly As Me off that album. That make me walk into any room like, oh, what's going on? Hey, listen here, Kings. If you need a confidence booster, listen to Fly As Me before you walk in the function, bro. You will mess everything up. You walk in there listening to Fly As Me. Come on.
Yo, nah, I love that album. I literally like sing it, dance, everything. Like, I'm just
all the time.
I already show love to that, man.
All right, so we are here. We made it to the final category, and that is album of the year. What we went for with album of the year, for those that don't know, we went for sales plus quality. We're not going to take your favorite underground project for album of the year because simply not enough people listen to it. I believe Certified Lover Boy and Donda were 2 on this list. They are already platinum. A Gangsta's Pain by Moneybagg Yo is our 3rd nominee. It is already platinum. Planet Her by Doja Cat is already platinum. And The Off Season by J. Cole is eligible for platinum certification, but it has not received it yet. What the? So these are all very good projects. I won't say they're the top 5 best, but when you combine very good projects with the amount that they've sold, that's what makes up album of the year, at least in my mind. And I know Jalen agreed with that. That's why we came to these 5. But our winner is once again The Off Season by J. Cole, coming in at 54.2% of the votes.
I wish I could play that snippet right now, but like Dame Lillard said, when you put in that work in the off season, when nobody looking, it prepares you for these moments.
Yeah.
These moments where you get nominated on Peyton and Jalen's podcast. 3P. Give that man his crown. Somebody send this to J. Cole right now.
Yeah.
Send it to him, because, bro, I don't know what else to say about the album, because like we already done. That's like the 3rd time we talked about.
Yeah, there's a lot of I will say there's a lot of people that get on artists that have been around for so long about quote unquote not switching up their style, and that's why they say Kanye is the best artist because he switched up his style. Man, I wish y'all would go listen to something off Sideline Story from 2010 and tell me it sounds like Amari or 95 South. Like this man is evolving, making great music 10 plus years into the game, not even counting the mixtape era. Friday Night Lights, Warm Up,
I'm about to say, listen to Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Not even, you can listen to Yours Truly. Yours Truly dropped. See, a lot of people don't know about that because you only can really listen to that on YouTube.
Yeah.
Well, go listen to Yours Truly and then go listen to the Off Season. Tell me what the difference there is, because there's a major difference, and it's growth and more production, and it's the flow and everything about it.
As a Cole fan, this is really what a lot. I'll speak on behalf of myself, but I feel like there's a lot of Cole fans out there that would agree. They wanted to get back to no concept, just bars, hits.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because you came off of 2014 Forest Hills Drive, and listen, none of these albums were even close to bad, mid. They were all really good, incredible, great, whatever you want to call it, albums. But Forest Hills Drive had a concept. For Your Eyes had a concept. KOD had a concept. And now he's just rapping. And I think that's what a lot of people wanted to see because, you know, KOD was cool and all, but there's a message behind that, and you got to really listen for that.
A lot of people didn't really,
And For Your Eyes is one of the deepest albums I've ever listened to.
I love that
So
album.
you just listen to this, you just get lost in the bars, and you just enjoy. You know what I'm saying? And it's not all slow jams like For Your Eyes, because that was pretty much all just mellow beats and rapping. But now you're here, you got songs like you got 95 South, which is just that's a concert song. Like that song is made for concerts. Same with Amari. And he comes back, he's got features for the first time since 2013, I think is when Born Center came out. And it sounds incredible. One, I think, is up there with his best. I think you got Tears of Cole and you got 2014 Forest Hills Driving For Your Eyes at the top, but right below that, I think, is where you put the off season.
The off season. We in this shit.
Coming in at number 2, Certified Lover Boy by Drake at 16.7%. Planet Her by Doja Cat coming in at 12.5. A Gangsta's Pain and Donda at 8.3. A Gangsta's Pain was an album that grew on me a lot as the year kept going. Like I found myself just continuously going back to it. And we haven't talked about that much, but I feel like Bag just keeps getting better.
I was gonna say
we gotta give him some credit for that because he's really at the top of trap music right now.
He's excelled a lot, dude. Like, probably honestly last year people weren't even listening, but this year it was his year. And then Waukesha, like, that's when once everybody really started listening to Waukesha, that's to the album. That was the same thing for me. I kept hearing Waukesha. I'm like, what the fuck is this Waukesha? Who's Waukesha? I listened to the album. I'm like, oh, so he must be talking about Waukesha throughout the album. So, but nah, yeah, he's Moneybag been in his bag, man. Thing, and he went platinum with that. Oh, see,
definitely deserved, 100%.
Well deserved. That is Moneybag, yo.
All right, y'all, we made it through. We made it through all 12. Just gonna give y'all a quick recap. We already discussed, but best rap album goes to the off season. Best R&B album goes to An Evening with Silk Sonic. Best R&B performance goes to Smoking Out the Window, Silk Sonic. Best melodic rap performance, What You Need by Don Toliver. Best rap performance, Polo G with Bloody Canvas. Best producer is The Alchemist. Best artist, J. Cole. Best collaboration, 42 Dugg and Roddy Ricch. Best intro, Hate on Me, Meek Mill. Best feature, Lil Baby Wants and Needs. Best song, What It Feels Like, Jay-Z and Nipsey Hussle. And album of the year, once again, is The Off Season by J. Cole. Shout out to everybody throughout the year, not just tonight, but shout out to everybody throughout the year that came through streams, came through videos. Talk of Town has plenty more to go next year, plenty more content, and we're excited to see y'all back for that, for sure.
Over next year. And by the way, guys, it wasn't mentioned, but Expensive Pain and Hoffa were the albums of the year.
All right, we're cutting his ass off. Thank y'all for coming through, man. Follow the channel. We will see y'all back in 2022.
Stay safe, man. This COVID out here running rampant right now. Tell your loved ones you love them. Have a good holiday. And we off this, man.
Merry Christmas, y'all. Happy New Year.